Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I got new 35s, new gears, new weight distribution hitch, and new rear coils, and a new trailer. Time for another tow video. Okay guys, here's the new trailer setup. We'll go over everything in detail in just a second. First, we're going to start with the 4Runner. What's different on the 4Runner since the last video. Obviously, I've added 35-inch tires, slightly wider offset wheels. Still has the Fox 2.5 suspension on it. I added a front bumper with a winch. And then in the back here, I added Icon 3-inch overland springs. Right now, they are compressed just a little bit because of the weight of the trailer. And then it also has 488 gears. So it's set up to tow a little bit better, especially with the re-gearing. Now let's go over the trailer. So what we have here is a 2016 R-Pod 182G. It has a little slide out. It's about 20 feet long. With all the camping gear and everything that I have loaded in it, it weighs about 3,300 to 3,400 pounds. This trailer is a little bit more aerodynamic than the last trailer. As you can see, it's more rounded and it tows just a little bit easier. It weighs, relatively the same and doesn't have a squat in the rear anymore. One big addition that I put on here is a weight distribution hitch. And so this helps with the sag quite a bit. It also reduces sway just a little bit. This specific hitch is an E2 hitch. It's adjustable, height adjustable, and then the bars are height adjustable. The only bad thing about this hitch is that right now, with overland springs and no additional weight from a rear bumper, the front of the trailer sits up just a little bit high, and I can't adjust this bar down here any lower because it's at the lowest holes that you see here. So this is as low as it'll go. Once I put the steel bumper on, hopefully it'll lower it down a little bit. And then the other difference is I'm just using an extension, but I bought the Red Arc integrated brake controller instead of using the Bluetooth one. I'll go over that in a little bit. So here's the setup. It tows quite a bit better, and I'll let you guys know what I think. All right, here's the Red Arc brake controller. It's integrated into the dash in one of the switch panels really nicely. It's super easy to use. You just twist the knob to adjust the gain. And then if you needed a manual mode, just press the button and it'll light up a shade of purple. That means the brakes are being applied, and blue just means it's active. Hey guys, we're back here in the 4Runner, starting the tow journey. Just even the little bit that I've towed so far, 35s with the re-gear, has much better acceleration with the trailer. I would say the trailer is definitely a little more aerodynamic. It's a little bit narrower body and has a rounded shape to it, so it's easier to tow. But just overall, the 35s with the re-gear actually tows better than just the 33s. Granted, I have the weight distribution hitch. I have it leveled out so the front end doesn't float. So everything is a lot better. Acceleration seems a little bit better. It'll hold 60 on the flat pretty well. The only difference from my last video is there's no wind this time. It's a pretty calm day today. So we'll keep going. I'll see if I can hit the same 0 to 60 spot and then let you know what I think. One thing that I did do differently that I wanted to mention, in my previous videos when I had bought the Fox shocks, I bought the dual speed compression adjusters on them, and I wasn't quite sure how I felt about spending the extra money. When I just off-road, I just set it and haven't changed it really. The big difference that it does matter is when you're towing. I have both the rear compression adjusters, low speed and high speed, set to full firm, and that has reduced the sway quite a bit with the trailer. That, in combination with the weight distribution hitch, has really made this thing able to tow pretty straight and not have the same issues I had before. 0 to 60, here we go. Going up the same grade that we went up before. There's a couple cars in front, but they were able to get ahead of me. Not gonna quite make it. I had to slow down because the car in front of me slowed down quite a bit. So we'll just have to look at the time and see what we got. All right, getting onto the freeway on-ramp with the large grade like last time, and we'll have to see how it does. A little more traffic today, so hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. Oh, I'm clear again. And it's floored, 4,000 RPM. Really steep grades are the ones that really bring the 4Runner to its knees with as far as power goes. But it's still climbing. We're about 4,700 RPM and just at like 62 miles per hour. Yeah, it's a little noticeable. It's better with the gearing. It still wants to downshift. One thing that I did find out as I've been towing with the 4Runner is sometimes I want to put it in manual mode and downshift to like hold a gear to stay in like fourth gear when you're going up a hill. The problem is the 4Runner overrides that and still doesn't downshift. So even in manual mode, the 4Runner still wants to just shift on its own depending on how it senses the grade and the horsepower level. So it's the only bad thing about the manual mode. It doesn't work like theoretically it should. All right, like usual, I just like to go over a few things to discuss what I thought about the towing. So it towed way better than the first time. Obviously, there's some tweaks, so let's go over that. I got the weight distribution hitch. Definitely 100% recommend a weight distribution hitch if you're going to tow the 4Runner. It helps balance out the springy coil feel. The rear springs helped out a little bit because they had a higher load, so it also helped level out the trailer. I don't think they're as necessary as the weight distribution hitch, but if you're gonna get them, you might as well. One thing that did help out a lot was the Fox shocks cranking the compression adjusters all the way down. Like I said previously, I wasn't really sold on the compression adjusters, but I think having that adjustment really helped with sway as well. I'd be interested in looking at like less expensive kits with adjustments, kind of like the Dobinson's MRR system. Costs a little bit less, but you can still do the compression adjustments if you're planning on towing. The Red Arc brake controller that I have integrated was absolutely one of the best things that I've bought. Super happy with. The install is super easy. They have a video on YouTube. I'll link in the description. Highly recommend it. The regearing helped out quite a bit. I think if you're gonna tow regularly on the 4Runner with any size tire larger than the factory ones, you should definitely look into regearing. Most people will run like a 33-inch tire on the 4Runner, and there are gear sets, 456 gear sets. Even though it's not that much of a big tire, would definitely help towing. One thing that is different is the aerodynamics of the trailer. It's definitely a lot smoother, like I said before. So that overall, plus the gears, I got 10.5 miles per gallon. I'll show that here. The gas mileage was better than the last trip, considering that we actually climbed in higher elevation and dropped down lower. So I figured there would be more strain and obviously more fuel consumption, but I was actually surprised that the gas mileage with the gearing and 35s were a little bit better. I kind of wanted to open up to you guys in the comments. What are your thoughts or experiences with towing? So far, I've had pretty positive results, you know, with the right equipment set up, but I want to know what you tow, do you tow, and then what recommendations you have. And then also what you would do different. So hit me up in the comments below. I'd like to hear what you think. Thank you guys for watching again. I'm going to continue to make more videos, so hit the subscribe button for me. I greatly appreciate that, and the thumbs up button. And I'll keep making more videos. Thanks again.